Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah. I am a yoga instructor and a cat mom, and today I'm going to be moving you through Surya Namaskar A, or Sun Salutation A. It is a great way to start your morning, to start a yoga flow, and it's really great just to break down how to move through it since it is used in a lot of yoga classes, and it's just a great way to kind of move through the whole body, to wake up all the way from the tip of the head to the tips of the toes, wake it all up, warm it all up, and get you kind of just moving or ready for whatever it is you're looking to do afterwards. So once you're in some comfy clothes, you have your water or your tea, and you're ready to move with me on our mats, go ahead and meet me in tabletop on your mat. Coming into our tabletop, we're going to bring our hands directly under our shoulders with our fingers spreading nice and wide as we rise the knees, or we walk the knees in line with the hips. So we're just going to set up our foundation for a downward facing dog. So our fingers are spreading wide, our hands are really sinking and rooting down into our mat. Our belly, our lower belly, the spot right below the belly button, is pulling up, in and up. So in towards the spine and then up towards the collarbones as we start to tuck the toes. And we're going to lift the knees and rise up into a high plank. So the hips aren't sinking low or raising high towards the ceiling, but instead you're trying to see if you can get shoulders and hips in one line. Imagining you're trying to hold your bottle of water on your back. Fingers still spreading wide, shoulders directly over wrist, core pulling in and up, and you're really sinking or really engaging out of those heels as you bring feet to hip distance. Core is engaging and you're rooting down strong through your arms. Take an inhale. Exhale, start to sink the chest back to the thighs as you rise hips into our downward facing dog. Maybe you just pedal out the feet here today, bending one knee and then the other. Starting to sink into your breath. So just starting to notice your breath as you make these gentle movements here, right now. And then we'll sink into a still dog. So before we sink with legs straight, go ahead and bend your knees and see if you can bend them so much and push through your hands so much that you can get stomach and thighs to touch. It might not happen, but just kind of see if you can move in that direction. You're rooting down through your arms and you're kind of spinning the inner part of your elbows into the front of the room. And you're still engaging your core as you root down through the feet. And then on your inhale, you kind of rise the hips up, rising the center hips up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, if you want to start to straighten the legs, think about sinking the heels into the mat and rooting through the arms. So we'll do that one more time. Inhale, rise the center of the hips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, push chest and stomach closer to thighs as you sink into the feet. And then inhale, rise up onto tippy toes. Bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, take as many steps as you need to get hands behind the wrist into a forward fold. Sinking down through your feet. So really rooting down, feeling the whole weight of your body sinking into your feet, and you're looking down directly in front of the toes. Maybe rock side to side for a moment. Maybe shake the head yes or no. And just let something out here before we start to move more into our sun salutation. And then with your next inhale, rise halfway up. So send your sitting bones or the center of your hips back behind you. Kind of let the stomach move to the floor, but keep it engaged as you pull heart forward and look to the front edge of your mat. Really feel the weight of your body sinking down through your mat here in this halfway lift. And engage the knees up to the face to engage the quads and engage the stomach. Shoulders kind of pulling back as the heart really pulls to that front edge of your mat. And then exhale, fold into your forward fold. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, rise shoulders up in line with hips. Let hands slide up the shins. Maybe come rest on the shins or the thighs. Pull heart through the arms. Shine your sitting bones back, the center of your hips. Look to the front edge of your mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, start to rise all the way up. So see if you can rise with a flat back as you start to reach out and around. As you start to rise the chest, parallel to the wall in front of you. Inhale, even more, reach up, straighten your legs, look up. Maybe even offer something up. And then exhale, hands to heart center. You can keep hands at heart center, or you can drop them down by your side, hands facing forward to the front wall in front of you, or of course, hands at heart center, samastitihi. Big toes can either be touching with a slight space between your feet, or you can bring feet to hip distance. And just for a note, hip distance is going to be 2 of your fist prints in between your big toes. So wherever you are, whether hip distance or big toes touching, feel the weight of your body sink down through your feet, and then find your engagement. Find your knees pulling up to your face, engaging the quads. Pull your lower belly in and up, ever so slightly, and then inhale. See if you can engage out your fingertips if hands are by side. If hands are at heart center, ever so slightly feel your left hand push into the right hand, and the right hand push into the left hand. Bringing that engagement all the way up from toes, all the way to fingertips and out the top of your head. Exhale, find your engagement. Inhale, reach up, look up. Keep all of this engagement, touch your ceiling, and then exhale. See if you can fold with a flat back. Sending the arms to the sides, swan diving all the way down into our forward fold. Moving in the direction of the toes. Inhale, rise halfway, shoulders and hips in one line. Gaze at the front of your mat as the heart pulls in the same direction as your gaze. Exhale, bend the knees so that the hands can plant. And then you'll step one foot back and then the other, meeting in that high plank. So remember, hands spreading wide. Core engaging, shoulders directly over wrist. Feet at hip distance, and you're sending the engagement all the way out those heels at the back of your foot. And then we're going to move into chaturanga. So you can keep the high plank, or you can come into low plank by taking the knees to the floor. Keeping our fingers activated, so really rooting down through the hands. On an inhale, we'll look to the front edge of your mat, and then start to bend elbows into rib cage. So maybe see if you can even get elbows to graze rib cage. As you bring shoulders in line with elbows, and then inhale, push up on the tops of your feet. Lift the thighs off the mat, and start to pull your heart forward and really root down through your hands. So everything is straight, everything but the hands and the feet are off the mat. And you're kind of rooting everything up as you sink down through the hands and the feet, keeping the core engaged. And then exhale, maybe you let the knees find the floor as you rise up into tabletop. Tuck the toes, high plank, inhale here, exhale, downward facing dog. Just taking a couple breaths here, and maybe notice something different about this downward facing dog compared to our other downward facing dog. Remember to keep the whole body activated here, so rooting down through the feet and the hands, all the way up the arms and the legs, meeting the engagement at core center, and pulling lower belly in and up. One more big inhale, rise up onto tippy toes. Bend the knees, look forward, exhale, make your way all the way to the front of your mat, forward fold. Exhale out something here. And then inhale, we lift to our halfway point. Shoulders in line with hips. Hips shining back as we shine the heart to the front of the room. Gaze at the front of your mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse your swan dive, so rise all the way up. Swing the arms out and around as you rise the chest up. Parallel to the wall in front of you. Straighten your legs, reach up, stretch up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Or of course, you can bring them down by your side. Exhale, sink into your feet. Inhale, find all of your lifting and your engaging. Exhale, sink into this engagement. And then inhale, we're gonna do that 2 more times, 1 breath to 1 movement. So inhale, reach it up, stretch up, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold so deep, knees bend, hands plant. Exhale, high plank or low plank. Inhale, look to the front of your mat. Exhale, elbows into rib cage, lower shoulders in line with elbows, and then inhale, pull yourself through your arms. Come onto the tops of the toes. Engage the thighs off the mat. Push down into the hands, really pull your heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog, or of course, exhale, tabletop. Come into your plank. Take an inhale, exhale, then move into downward facing dog. Taking one big inhale here. Exhale, send it out. Inhale, tippy toes, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, make your way into that forward fold at the front edge of your mat. Inhale, we meet in our halfway point, shoulders in line with hips, heart pulling forward. Keep all of your engagement as you exhale, fold. Inhale, rise it all the way up. Reach up, stretch up, look up. Exhale, hands at heart center or down to your sides. Take an inhale, reach it up. Exhale, fold. Folding all the way down in the direction of the toes. Inhale, rise halfway up. Exhale, fold. Fold so deep, hands plant, knees bend. Maybe step the other foot back. And then high plank or low plank. Inhale, gaze goes to the front of your mat. Exhale, elbows into rib cage, lower into your chaturanga, halfway. Inhale, come onto the tops of the toes. Pull the body through the arms, root down through the arms, engage legs off the mat. Exhale, tabletop, plank, downward facing dog. And then we'll go ahead and just slowly start to bend the knees all the way down to the mat. Seeing if you can get knees to touch the mat without a sound. Untucking the toes and bring big toes to touch behind you. Keeping the knees where they are, walking them closer or walking them further apart, whatever is comfortable for you as we start to lower the hips down into our child's pose. Walking the hands long as hips sink towards thighs, hands walking to the front edge of your mat, and tuck chin into chest and lower just your forehead down onto the mat. So we're looking for as little or as no weight possible in the bridge of the nose. Seeing if you can get just the bridge, just the forehead, We're looking for just the forehead touching the mat. Though if the nose is on the mat, that is completely okay. See if you can get as little or no weight possible in your nose. And then just breathe. Notice how your heart feels. Notice how your breath is moving through the body. And slowly start to let your body unwind back into its natural rhythms. Feeling free to stay here for as long as you wish. Or, of course, starting to move through more sun salutations, you're starting to create your own flow. Thank you all so much for moving and flowing with me today, and I really hope you enjoyed kind of this breakdown of Sun Salutation A. It's a great place to start with your yoga practice. It is a great place to come to if you're just looking for something to just kind of break down. I really like doing Sun Salutations in between study hours, so I'll study for a couple and then I'll do a Sun Salutation and then I'll get back to studying. It's really just something quick that you can come to and just be able to move through really quickly and then get back to whatever it is you're doing. Whether that's a yoga flow or whether you're at work and you're doing homework or you're doing your job. Whatever it is, it's such a great flow, and I really, really hope you all enjoyed moving through it and and kind of understanding it a little better today. If you did enjoy this, go ahead and let me know by giving this video a big thumbs up and asking me any questions, comments, or concerns, or just letting me know what you thought of today's class down in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button while you're down in that section and help support my channel and help grow this little family that we're creating. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Thanks so much again. And as always, namaste.